What's up, everyone? I'm Mike Roberts, founder and CEO of SpyFu and RivalFlow, and today I'm going to tell you about one of the most requested features that we have and have had since the very beginning of RivalFlow. It's the ability to use RivalFlow on content that doesn't show up in the SERPs yet, content that doesn't rank. It's underrated, and you may have published it just recently, or you might have published it a long time ago. It could be for you, could be for your clients. We've had lots and lots of clients ask for it, but it also is one that it's kind of personal to me. I have a personal story attached to it. I'll take you back to our the RivalFlow launch day about a year ago. One of the people that attended my launch webinar was my sister Tammy. She has this website, Brightside Mortgage. It's a mortgage broker. They're in like a few states, California, Washington, Arizona. So they're not really a super local business, but they're kind of local. But I told her about RivalFlow before we'd even launched, right? So she'd had a chance to test drive it, but until I'd actually done the demo for, in the webinar, I don't think that she really understood how it applied directly to her business. And so right after the webinar, she drove over to my office, like literally got there like a half hour later and was like, I need to use this for my business. I know that it's going to make a huge impact and I want to get my team running on it right away. And I'm like, yes, let's do it. I'm stoked. I want to solve your problem, right? And so we load RivalFlow up. We load her site up into RivalFlow, and we see sort of like this, relatively sparse amount of ranking information, because the reality is that most of the content that she has, most of the organic traffic that she gets, just points directly to her homepage. So RivalFlow doesn't operate on homepages as I think that the homepage is special. So most of the content that most of the keywords are for like members of her team, contact us, that kind of stuff, right? But she has tons of blog content. They actually publish every week. And here's a brand new one, October 13th. So why isn't this stuff showing up? Well, the reality is it's actually pretty shallow on some fairly competitive keywords. And so they don't really have a great shot at ranking. There's no technical reason that they're not ranking. But they just don't, because it's not really very thorough content. So it's actually a perfect fit for RivalFlow. We just don't have the data for it. But now we solve the problem. So there's this area here. It's brand new. It's called Add Page, right here at the bottom of Pick a Page, okay? And it's only showing up in this one area. We'll probably roll this thing out to various parts of the site, but we sort of sometimes do this, put something that's like a new feature in a relatively hidden area of the site so that we get a sampling of user interactivity before we roll it out really broadly. Also, we want to roll things out as quickly as we have them, and so this is a logical place for it to show up, but not the only place that it'll ever show up. So let's have a look and see what this thing does. I believe I already copied her URL, right? There it is. Yep, this is the wrong one. I wanted to get this one. This one looked more interesting to me when I looked through it earlier. Why skipping your morning coffee I don't know. Like, that sounds kind of interesting. I think that these will both work. Actually, I'll run them both. I'll run this one real quick because I already had it pasted in here, and we'll see what it comes up with, and then I'll paste the other one in. We'll run them both, and you can see what it's doing. So what we're doing here is we're using GPT to read their page and figure out what it should be ranking on, what it could be ranking on, right? What keywords would make sense for it. So biweekly mortgage payments is the top one that it came up with, and Chase.com is their top competitor. Now, we can go in here and we can change that primary keyword, that target keyword, if we want to. Here's several other ones that sort of make sense given the content. Ultimately, what we want to do is improve the content enough so that it ranks on something, right? So that it has some traction, right? But we want it to be relevant to what the topic is. And so we're trying to find a keyword that's in the realm of about 2,000 searches per month. Nothing huge, something that's like sort of accomplishable. Now, if her site was much more local, like if it was like a dentist or something and it was in Phoenix, it would actually bias itself towards choosing those local specific keywords. But again, she's not that local. She's more multi-state and more regional, if you will. So we could choose a different keyword. We could choose a different competitor. You may not want to use Chase.com, but it seems reasonable. It seems like it's probably going to be a pretty good piece of content. Biweekly mortgage payments. Let's just showcase this ability to change it. Biweekly pros and cons of biweekly. This actually looks like it's probably pretty strong. Let's go with this one. So we changed it, and I'm going to hit that accept recommendation. And that's going to run. And we had this other one in here, right? So let's do this again while that one's running, and we'll paste this guy in. This is the morning coffee one. We'll see what this one looks like. Okay, cool. So what I really love about what it's done here is if you look at just sort of the base title, why skipping your morning coffee could help you buy a house sooner, what this is doing is it's saying, what is this really about? What is it trying to rank on? And ultimately, it's save for a down payment. And so the piece of content that it's saying that you should compare yourself to is this 6 tips for saving for your down payment. And one of those tips is probably to, buy less Starbucks, right? Maybe switch to like something where you're making your own coffee, whatever. But let's see. I mean, we could change the primary keyword if we wanted to. We'll see what options it's going to give us. All of these are probably pretty okay. Ultimately they're really topical for what's going on here. Let's just accept this recommendation. And as that's running, potentially the other one has completed. Oh, look at that. The other one has completed. So let's jump in and have a look. I have never seen this one before. This is a live demo, y'all. So hopefully this is a pretty good, this works out real well. And so let's look at this project. All right. So the topic is biweekly versus monthly payments, right? So do biweekly mortgage payments, how do biweekly mortgage payments compare in making an extra payment? Oh, really good question, actually, if you know much about mortgages. What a cool set of questions. These are great. So solid fit, and obviously this works just like just like a normal piece of content that does rank. We've sort of solved this problem and done it really nicely at scale. Let's jump back over here to pick a page. The other one's almost finished. I'll just give you a quick pause and we'll get back into it when it is. All right, that was it was like 7 seconds. So here we go. Let's jump down in here. Have a look at what this one did. All right, so the topic is why skipping your morning coffee. So how can developing a budget and timeline help me? Perfect. Love it. Show me where it goes. Setting financial priorities is right there. Perfect. Right. How can shopping around for better deals on monthly expenses? Yeah, makes sense. Right. Yeah, so here they're talking about, getting better deals on your insurance or your phone. Doing some bundles, etc. Just, obvious things that people sort of do, sometimes overlook. It's a good piece of sort of educational content. So just filling in the gaps of these existing pieces of content that don't rank, and it's like, it's a game changer, and it really brings me a lot of satisfaction to be able to help not just our customers out, but also my family out. And I just love that. I love that we get to do all these things and solve everyone's problems at scale. It's my favorite thing about software, right? Is that we solve not just one person's problem. We go down the street and talk to them and work hard for them, but we're able to actually do it for everybody in the entire world all at once. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. I hope you love it, and have a good one.